Typical thing that happens when you let people use your shit. Big deal, what's happening? So welcome back to the Wolfpack channel. So somebody asked me, do you ever do any videos on just regular maintenance? And I said, you know what, I remembered that person asked. I don't remember who it was, but today I actually have an opportunity where I'm going to do just a basic spark plug change on this 1.5 liter Accord turbo engine. Okay, so we're not even worried about the coil packs. These are the coil packs right here. You got 2, 3, and 4. All right, not in that firing order, just saying you got 4 coil packs. This is a 4-cylinder, so there are none on the back side. All right, so the basic tools that we are going to need are a 10mm socket, deep or shallow, for these coil pack anchor bolts. Then we will unclip these, then we will get the coil packs off. Now it is advised, do these one at a time. I do understand, like on the B series, you'll have wire, spark plug wires going to a cap and then the plug, so you really want to do those one at a time so you don't get the firing order messed up. Although these leads are short and pretty much will stay where they are, you don't want to mix your coil packs up, and it's just good practice to do one at a time and take your time. Okay, so the tools we're going to need for today, one is go ahead and get you a fender cover. I like to go ahead and cover all the way up to the job. That way, if I pull something off and it drops, I got an opportunity to kind of have this as a safety catch net. Get you a 3/8 ratchet. We're going to use a magnet today because typical thing that happens when you let people use your shit, they don't return it. This is really the type of socket you should use, a spark plug socket. If you notice, it has pretty much a cup in there that will grab the spark plug and pull it out as you go. This is not the right size. I let somebody use my 14, which is what we need. So we got a 14 deep well socket. We're going to use the magnet to pull the plug. Now, the reason why these are better is because you can get the plug in there and it stays retained. That way, by hand, you can go ahead and make sure you nicely snug it up. We will be using a ratchet power tool, but only to take these bolts off, just kind of being efficient as possible, get them off. But we will not use that to put these bolts back on, as we do not want to wind up cracking the coil pack flange or anchor mount point. All right, so remember, take off only those bolts. Don't use this to put it back on. Hand tighten that. Hand loosen spark plugs, hand tighten spark plugs. Do everything as much as possible by hand in this situation. We do like power tools. We do like power tools, but in this situation, we're only going to use power tools for just one portion of that. All right, I will go ahead and get me an extension so we can get down there, clear the head. Let's get started. So we got our first plug out. As you can see, pretty worn. Good thing is it's not like white, which doesn't show it's like fouling or running extra lean. Here's our new plug. You want to go ahead and kind of put them side by side and compare them. Both NGK, please do not use Autolite in Honda engines. I know your local parts dealer, AutoZones, O'Reilly's, Advanced, they're gonna show Autolite compatibles. Okay, it might be compatible, it might even fit, might even work, but in my experience, all the way from B series to K series to any other car, I've just found that NGKs, given that also Honda use it as their OEM replacement and to start out with, NGKs are a better product than Honda motors. Just like you got Densos and Toyotas, you have AC Delcos for Chevys, Autolites mainly for Ford. Just go ahead, NGKs. Now, I will tell you that these NGK replacement plugs from Honda cost $160 for 4. Yes, steep price tag, probably worth it. If you want to go a different route, that's on you. So we got one plug out. We're going to go ahead and replace the other 3, this one and the other 3, just the same as we uninstall them and install them. Also, keep in mind that when you do this clip, press on this back side, then pull. If you need to, you can put a little screwdriver in there. Don't apply much pressure, and then just kind of push the plug back off, the connector back off, and it'll come off like so. All right, and when you put them back on, listen for that audible click to let you know that it's securely fastened. Let's get on with the rest of the job. And there you go. It is completely done, one after another, one at a time, done. Make sure go back, all your connectors are snapped in. Like I said, listen for that audible click as you pull one off. Try to pull it by here. Try to use the body of the connector. Don't pull by the wires or the lead or the sheathing. And as you put it back on, you're going to listen for this. That click right there lets you know it's engaged. All right, so we'll do another one. Like I said, use this. You can see it's got finger grips right here, so when you push with one, you can pull with the other hand and just push it back. If you can do it one hand, good. And then as you close it and put it back on, that click is what you're looking for or listening for. Another thing, another tip is, if you do not have a spark plug socket like that looks like this and has the rubber boot or a magnet inside to hold the spark plug, then when you're using a magnet, as you take it down, start adjusting the turn, start slowly turning it so that that thread can catch, and when you pull the magnet, the spark plug won't come out with it. Then make sure you really be in tune with the feel of the socket as you're hand tightening it first. Don't put the ratchet on there, don't put that guy on there. Hand tighten and make sure you don't feel any unnecessary binding, any irregular binding. As you're tightening up with the ratchet, whether you're tightening the coil packs back on or putting the spark plugs back in, don't over tighten. There have been people that have broken spark plugs off in the head, and that is a bad day for any damn body. As you're tightening and you're not using a torque wrench with torque values, which is the best way to go, then tighten. And as you feel and you start getting that oh shit feeling in your gut, that's probably about enough. But as you see, a storm is getting ready to roll in. It literally is starting to rain. It doesn't take that long to do. You can save yourself the money and the time on labor at Honda. Although the spark plugs are going to cost you $160 at Honda, I haven't crossed the part numbers to see if I can find them on NGK's website to then see if I can find them on my dealer wholesale website. I will probably do that, and if I do and I am successful at finding a cross part number, I'll put it in the description of this video. But it's about to rain. I'm about to get these tools up, start this car up, and get inside. Peace. Thanks for tuning in and watching another video here at Wolfpack Performance. Check out some of my other content on Formula One issues, our topics, and our DIY products on how to customize your vehicle. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.